Adama Traore now, because it broke last night in the Telegraph again that Nuno does want Adama Traore, and Wolves have slapped a £40 million price tag on him. It's kind of, we were saying it yesterday how we don't want Adama Traore at Tottenham because of his end product, but he does offer something very unique in the Premier League that no one can kind of offer apart from him, kind of that sheer brute strength, getting past players, but he just can't do anything on the end of his runs. But, do you think that he could have better end product with better players around him?
Well, first of all, yes, definitely. I think Adama, as much as he's lacks end product, what he does do, he puts fear factor into the opposition team. He creates space because you have to double up on him, otherwise he's just going to absolutely rinse whoever's at fullback for you. And he's so strong, he can hold the ball up. You can play the ball long to him, and he can keep it for you. He's very good at that. He can play left, he can play right, he can even play centre sometimes. He definitely offers something unique, and he definitely offers on the counter attack. He would add an extra dimension for us on the counter attack for sure. Imagine him and Lucas dribbling past people for like
one more frustrating than the next.
Exactly, that's the thing. But also you got to remember, Nuno was the manager who got the best out of him from an end product wise a couple of seasons ago.
You say he got the best out of him, but he still only got like 4 goals that season.
No, he got more than that, right? He got more than that.
I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty sure he got more than that, didn't he?
No, I don't think so.
He only got four Premier League goals. He got 6 goals. He got 6 goals in total that season.
That's what I'm saying. It's still not much.
I don't know how many assists he got as well, because I think he got quite a few assists.
Yeah,
as
I do think he got quite a few assists, but in terms of
if you look at the goals he scored, though, unbelievable goals he scored.
Still 4 goals. I know, like Lucas Moura on a bad season will get more than that.
Yeah, and he's 25 years of age, so he's getting into the kind of age where you're thinking this is kind of how there's only so much more he can improve.
Yeah,
40 million I think is overpaying, because I just feel like however good he is, he's just not effective enough to be worth that kind of money. But maybe, if he's just creating all this space and laying it off to Kane and Son, that could be something that could be invaluable, potentially. It could potentially be invaluable.
I think the good thing about Adama, if we are looking to bring him in, obviously Nuno knows him very well, and he knows the quality of the squad we have now, and obviously you got to trust in Nuno and judging his judgment skills. You know what I mean? Because if he wants to bring in Adama, he clearly thinks that he's going to get a lot of minutes here and he'll impact the squad positively. So, to be honest, I said yesterday that I wouldn't be all for it, but I think if Nuno wants it, then I would be all for it.
Yeah. As I said, I wouldn't be unhappy if we signed him. I just think 40 million is overpaying. I still think that. Even based on yesterday, I know he completely rinsed us yesterday in many, many aspects. What happened?
He's done it many times.
But what happened? Did he score?
No, he didn't.
Did he get an assist?
No.
No, because...
But like I said before, if he has better players around him, a Heung-min Son, a Harry Kane, a Steven Bergwijn, a Lucas Moura, a Dele Alli, maybe his product can improve.
He had Jimenez, he had Neves, he had good players.
I'm not saying he doesn't have good players, but I'm saying at Tottenham, it's stepping it up a level in terms of the quality.
I guess in terms of the attacking quality, it is. What I'd be very interested in terms of Adama is signing him and having him lay things off to Son and Kane and have them finish it. It's very much a possibility that their goal output could increase with Adama around, because if a front three of Son, Kane, and Adama, as much as Adama will frustrate and even have off games, he has to draw attention. He has to, and he's one that he demands attention, because if you don't, then if you don't at least put 2 men on him, then you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. And if you have 2 men on him, where do you have Son and Kane? It has to leave space for them. So I think Adama would be a good signing. And also he can rotate with Lucas. So if Lucas has an off day, get Adama on. Also has a great option for the subs as well, sub bench.
If we do bring in Traore, does he automatically become our starting right winger? Is he better than a Lucas Moura?
I think, funnily enough, Lucas, however ineffective he is in the final third, he's more effective than Adama in a funny way.
That's the thing.
But I think however good Lucas is at dribbling, which he is, I think Adama's better in a funny way. So I think it'll be a good battle. And it could maybe improve both of them. That's what I would hope for. It could get the most out of both of them.
I mean, Son on the left, Adama on the right.
And Adama played on the left yesterday, didn't he? And had a good job, didn't he?
But I'm saying we're lacking on the right, aren't we? So
Yeah.
I was saying Adama on the right, Son on the left, Kane up top. I mean, that does sound a bit frightening to me.
Yeah, and
You've got two complete killers in there, in Son and Kane.
The thing is, you're getting a manager in Nuno who knows exactly what Adama is and how much he needs to improve and what he needs to improve on, and hopefully with better training facilities, better we have better coaches, I'd hope, than Wolves and stuff like that. If we can just literally relentlessly work on Adama's end product, maybe he would be someone worth having. And can we get the phone up? Is the phone ready? Can we see? Because I put out a poll yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that
and it's quite interesting how the results are not there. As I was saying, that the poll is 3,312 votes. It's dead on 50-50, as you can see. It says, Brendan says, for me, Adama is Bergwijn and Lucas together, but more strength. As him and Lucas are both speedy and fast, whereas Adama and Bergwijn both struggle to finish goals, but Adama has more strength than them together, so I don't really see Adama joining being good. That's one. Where's the King says, I see him as a super sub. I think he could be a very good super sub.
Yeah.
Very good super sub. But 40 million
Imagine
for a super
bringing
sub
him and Gil on for the last 15-20 minutes of games.
could be something definitely that could be good.
Yeah, I agree. Like with Hill's trickery and baiting in power players, and Adama against tired legs. Wow.
Everything Tottenham Hotspur says, he's not clinical enough, but we need a finisher to help Kane and Bale and replace Gareth Bale's goals. It's true, but could Kane get more chances with Adama around?
Yes, I think
He could. He definitely could, I feel. Stuart Wheeler. Oh, where's that gone? Sorry. Stuart Wheeler says, if we owned him, I wouldn't be pushing for him to be sold, but we already have similar fast dribbling players who lack a clinical end product. I think we need to look for a better finisher. Devley Saint says, good option to have at 20 million as a squad player, but not 40 million as a regular starter. He's too inconsistent and lacks the finishing touch. But you just get the feeling with Adama that, yes, he's inconsistent, all these kind of things. It's so true, and I completely agree with it. But a bit like Lucas, it's just something that can be unlocked. And if you unlock it, you've got a world-class player there. You could potentially unlock a world-class player in Adama if you get it right.
At the end of the day, Adama is young, right? He's 24, 25.
25.
In 5 years, he'll be 30. But in these next 5 years are going to be so important to his growth. And he can explode. He can explode.
He could explode, potentially, like very effectively.
And I think, like you said, he had his best season of his career under Nuno. Nuno knows exactly what to do with him, and I think Nuno probably had a plan with him how to progress him over the years. I don't think Nuno kind of expected to leave Wolves last season when he did, and I think that Nuno knows exactly what he wants from Adama Traore, and I think if he wants to bring him to Spurs, I would be genuinely all for it, because only Nuno knows how to get the best out of it.
He's definitely a player who can get you excited as well in terms of when he gets the ball, he gets you off your seat, and when he's taking on a player, he's on a counter, he's just unstoppable, isn't he? We saw that yesterday, how hard he is to defend against, even when we have 2-3 men over there. You know, Tanganga had an unbelievable game against Sterling and Grealish, but he couldn't handle Adama, just couldn't handle him time and time again. And it would be nice to, for once, have Adama on your side as against shitting yourself every time we face him.
Yeah, definitely.
Pickle Rick says, Adama Traore is a terrible player, massively overhyped and zero end product. For 40 million, I'd rather spend an extra bit and buy Alwa and Max Aarons for our centre mid and right back options. 40 million on Alwa and Aarons, or 40 million on Traore?
I think it's got to be Alwa and Aarons, to be honest. It fills 2 holes in the squad, where Traore just fills 1. But I still think we need that kind of winger. We need another winger as well. But I do think right back is the most important position for me.
I don't know how much he helps defensively, to be honest, Traore. I have to ask a Wolves fan, but yeah, because if we don't want a player, because I know Lucas,
with his pace and physicality, you would expect him to help up quite well.
I just don't know has he got good stamina. Maybe his stamina is not the best. I don't know. Chris Batley, he may be fast and exciting to watch, but stats for end product are pretty woeful. He only hit double figures for assists in one season, and that was at Middlesbrough in the Championship, and the most goals he has scored in a season is 5. Definitely not worth 40 million. But who knows? Who knows how he could, as you say, when you put him in a good team, a better team like Spurs, as opposed to Wolves or Borough, where he has a lot more work to do. Maybe he could explode.
With the prices being banded about for players, Pepe went for 75 million a few years ago. Ben White went for 50 million. I know this is just Arsenal signings; they're overplaying for players. But when you're talking about those kind of prices, and you're talking about Adama Traore for 40, it doesn't seem that expensive.
I can just see it though being like Spurs' big deadline day signing as Adama, and that's it. We're expected to be happy with the window because it's a big signing and stuff like that. We still need other options, don't we? But yeah, look, as you see, the poll is dead on 50-50 right now. So if you want to go over to Twitter, the poll is going to be open for another 12 hours. So go over there and have your say. Nearly 3,500 votes, but literally can't be separated. No one can decide. So interesting stuff there when it comes to Traore.
Adam Richards says Traore could play at right wing back. What do you think about that?
I think he's done that a few times for Wolves. I've never been convinced by him there because I feel like at right wing back, I know he doesn't have the best effectiveness in the final third, but I feel like a right wing back, he's forced into these crossing positions, and his just crossing isn't the best. And that, at least when he's in the final third and he gives the ball away, he's giving away in the final third. When he's doing it in the right wing back position, he's giving away in more dangerous positions, I feel. So maybe he could be retrained. Still, look, as I say, he's 25. He's still at an age where there's not so much improvement to be done, but you can retrain him to do certain things. I remember Victor Moses under Conte, he was like 26 years of age or something, and he was going nowhere. And then Conte comes in, puts him at right wing back, and he was a league-winning right wing back.
And then he signed him for Inter, right?
Yeah, and he was never as good. But I'm just saying, Nuno has a knack of retraining players and putting them in different positions. He's played Adama up front before. Remember, he got a brace away at Man City and scored a winner. So if Nuno wants him, I'm not going to be against it. But I still think 40 million's overpaying.